Hey guys and girls, how's it going, and welcome back to another episode of Blood and Bones with myself, Lewis. Nemsun is behind me doing things.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Just putting some stuff away.
Ah.
Just tidying up before the viewers see the mess that I made.
Yeah. Well, in your last episode, you made a load of enhanced portals, didn't you?
Oh yes, the portal stuff and things. And I've been messing about with this item transportation node module thing. And
how's it work? What does it do?
Turn it on. It was a bit bad with conducts, item ducts and stuff. It didn't seem to quite work, so a normal vanilla hopper works.
Yeah.
And you only need a single portal space. It's a bit odd. And you don't need the corners.
What did you do? Throw stuff into it?
No. I'll go downstairs and I'll put some stuff into the other end.
Ah.
So it's only literally downstairs, but this was a test. See how far we could make things happen. Ah. Let's put some copper in.
Oh, yeah.
And it should appear in the other side.
Yep.
So I've got a hopper going into one of those transportation blocks from where I've been doing some mining, and it just gets everything upstairs faster.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I could probably have run an item duct from down there to up here, but it was tested it for long distance mining. Yeah. Next, it's interdimensional mining. That's what I want to test next.
Yeah. So if any of you guys want to know how you do enhanced portals, because I won't be explaining it, go watch Nemsun's video. But this giant block here, this dimensional bridge stabilizer, as cool as it sounds, that's all that sort of stuff. So yeah, and we've got a portal here now, just over here. Check this out. He's gone and made it so that it blends in really nice with the block. But this is actually a portal which takes us to the blood magic area, which is pretty cool. Oh yes. Now today we have got the Nether Stars. Me and Nemsun have been beating on more withers. And I have 4 Nether Stars, which means I can make 4 beacons, which in turn leads to a tier 5 altar. Yes. And we're going to do that first. It's going to be the first thing we're going to do. And then we're going to make our Archmage's Blood Orb, which is the top dog of orbs, of orbage.
The Orb Master, the Master of Orbs. The
Master of Orbs, yes. And let's do this. There we go. Alright, so I can't use that glass. That's fine.
Can't use the special glass.
There's like 2 types of glasses you can make out in this, and I was hoping it would be that one. But it turns out it's not. I need some glass. Glass. Or sand.
There might be glass or sand somewhere, but I've been deleting all that sort of stuff as I've been mining it.
We got a fluid transposer, redstone furnace. There we go. Cool beans. So today, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to make a tier 5 blood altar, and then we're going to make an Archmage's Blood Orb. But before we can do that, we need to do some demon summoning, because I need to summon an elemental to beat him up so that I can steal his demonic shard. And that's what we use to make our Archmage's Blood Orb. So I think, Nemsun, you're going to come along and you're going to help me beat on a thing, aren't you?
Am I? Okay.
Yeah, you can do. It's not really that hard, but it is funny.
What is it? A demon?
It's a elemental.
An elemental? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do some of that. Yeah, that's fine.
So there's a few different elementals, and we're going to beat on the air one.
Air elemental?
Yes, because some of the elementals have like special abilities, and the one that sets you on light also has an ability that inhibits my armor, so my armor doesn't protect me against anything.
Oh yeah.
But from what I've read, the air elemental doesn't inhibit anything, it just throws you up in the air. And because I have the air sigil in my blood armor, I shouldn't take any full damage, and it didn't say anywhere on the wiki that it inhibits you. So I think that could be the safe bet.
Fine.
Hopefully.
Oh man.
Right, if we got enough stuff for this. We're almost there. Need 1 more piece of glass. Here we go. I've kind of been wondering. We have to put down these beacons, 4 of these beacons, right? And they go on top of iron blocks, just like any other beacon. Does that mean you could still use them?
What, the iron blocks?
Yeah.
They've got to be attached to the beacon.
Well, yeah, they're attached to it. But does that mean you can still use the beacon?
Yeah.
I've never actually made a beacon before.
Yeah. You only need the 9 blocks to make a beacon work.
Ah, right. Ah, so I wonder if I can still make the effect do a thing even though it's attached to the altar.
Thing.
Ah, that could be interesting. Alright, so let's get this guy up. So, Blood Magic Island. We'll dial it just like our Stargate. And woof. And we're here. And now we can go on the other side and terminate. And it will get rid of it. I love the little particle effects. They look like little Enderman heads.
Yeah, it's customizable. You've got a little like squeegee that you can use to customize them.
Ah.
In the next to the dialing thing.
Huh. So I've been doing some work around here. You guys will see. I've moved out the bloodstone bricks, and underneath here, if we just dig down a tad, you'll see that we've got a 3x3 of iron set up for our beacons, and then around these edges here, there's a load of speed runes which make up our outer rim, which is needed for this. So to make your tier 5, you go from where your tier 4 is, you go out 3 and you go down 1, and that will allow you to make that guy. So let's just put these back because I've just made a mess.
Yep, tidy up.
There we go. How have I managed to... Oh, there's a random one down there. It's fine. I'll just use this. Let's grab this.
You're looking very nice.
It looks alright, doesn't it? I tried to make it fit because it wasn't properly arranged how it should have been. So I've moved it around a tad, but I think I've made it look alright.
Yeah.
I think it looks
I like this bloodstone brick stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think putting the steps around it makes it look a little bit nicer than just having big edges everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it works. Alright, let's place down these beacons. So, beacon number 1. And beacon number 2. Beacon number 3.
You know, with the amount of iron that I've just dug up with that turtle,
Yeah.
we could potentially have full-size beacons underneath each one of these with regen on.
Ooh. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Ooh, let way of time try and figure that debuff out.
Yeah.
Beacon regen. Ooh, 4 times beacon awaited.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So now, let's make sure that I actually made this right. There's a high chance I didn't. Yeah, we got a tier 5 blood altar. We're done. Yeah. It's made. And I currently have 1,882,000. No, wait, that's a bit too much. 188,211 LP, but we can go well over 1 million with this now.
Over 9,000.
Well, some of the stuff that requires the higher tier activation crystally thing for the rituals, some of them actually require 1 million LP to boot them up.
That's some big stuff.
It's probably more than 10.
Yeah. Wow.
Just a tad. So I'm going to take out my Master Blood Orb for a while because I want to start filling up my altar with blood. That's because we're going to need to have a fair bit in there for later on when we do this. Now, the next thing we're going to need to do before we can upgrade this is we're going to need to make ourselves a summoning platform, and we're going to need a place to do our summoning. Now, I think what I'm going to do is... Now, I kind of want to do it around here, but I'm afraid I'm going to get chucked in the air and kind of thrown off. So it's not like I can die, because I can't die, because I have...
You are immortal.
Full damage. I just don't want to fall into the void, which would kind of suck. So think we can do this... yeah, I'm very tempted to just do it here and just see if I fall off the edge. I think that could be a thing. Because this is kind of a nice place to be summoning demons. Don't you think?
You said it was an elemental.
It's an elemental. Yes, it is an elemental. Yeah, it's...
Is it a demon or is it an elemental?
It's a demon.
It's a demon.
It's a demon. Yeah, it's a demon.
Well, that sounds a little bit different than what you were telling me earlier. A little air elemental. Could have been like a little sprite. A little butterfly-shaped sprite. Maybe blows really hard raspberries at you. Like, but you just said it's a demon.
It does look like a little sprite.
It does look like a little sprite.
Yeah, they're like, as far as demons go, there's different tier demons, and this is classed as a level 1 demon. So it's actually really easy.
Where would a wither boss fit in the tiers of demons?
Wither would be like up, like at the top.
Oh, right, bring it, let's do it.
Demons aren't that strong.
Let's do it.
I just need to kill it so I can nick its shard.
I've only killed 2 withers today.
Yeah.
Only 2 today. I think I'm going to do 4 in the morning before breakfast.
Oh. Well, before we can kill it, we need to make the platforms.
All right.
And we have to do some alchemy.
All right.
So I hope you're prepped. So we're going to go back to the workshop and we're going to get all the stuff that we need. Because this is going to take a memento.
Do you want some sort of witchery circle protection, or isn't it worth it?
Can you make it so you can't get out?
That we can't get out, or it can't get out?
Both.
I can make it so that it can't get out. I don't know about us not getting out. I'll do some research while you get some stuff prepped.
Yes, that's good. Alright guys, so what we're going to make, because I'm going to go off and make this in a second, but I like to show you what I'm going to make first. So I'm going to make myself a arcane pedestal, which is just obsidian with a weak blood shard, and I'm going to upgrade it to an arcane plinth, which is an arcane pedestal with iron blocks, and then I need to make myself another, what's that, 2, 4, another 6 arcane pedestals, and a, yeah, let's do that first, and then we'll do some alchemy so we can get the parts that we need to summon it. So I'm going to do that. Nemsun's going to do a little bit of research into his witchery, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back at the blood magic area, and Nemsun has been building away doing some witchery goodness for our summoning, because over here is going to be where I need to summon my demon, and we've raised this area up. Now, it doesn't really matter whether it's raised or not, as long as it's on the same level. It only comes to when you're doing different demon summoning that you have to worry about different levels, but for tier 1 demons it's fine. And what have you actually been doing?
Down there,
yes,
there's leaves and bushes and things and stuff.
It's very bushy
and an altar down there in the centre with a few bits and pieces on to make it have enough power to do this ritual, which is only 500, so I only needed a few leaves and a bits of wood and a couple of flowers and stuff. And I upgraded my circle here to give it a nice little blood ritual glyph thing.
Very nice. And this is going to stop the guy from getting out.
Currently active, but untested. It used a piece of slime ball and a piece of redstone, and it should stop mobs from leaving the circle.
Seems pretty interesting.
Better find out.
Yeah.
If it works. If I did it right.
We'll find out. So before we do this, I want to show you guys some of the stuff to do with potions very quickly. Now, I'm not really going to go too much into this because really potions is an episode on its own, but I thought I would at least give you the kind of starting side of it. So to get going, we need to make ourselves a flask. And we do that by putting a glass bottle inside our blood altar, and that's going to give us a flask. Now, the flasks have 8 swigs, so we can drink it 8 times. And that goes for any of the potions that we make. So it's basically a potion that can be used 8 times in one flask, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty funky stuff. Let's go back to the base, and I will show you how we make these into actual potions. So we've got this guy, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves some nether warts. And I don't know if this is already done. This could already be done. Potion flask, yeah, it looks like it's already made. We can try it. Netherwart, glowstone, redstone. Let's grab some of this. So I grabbed a load of parts just to speed the process up. Let's do this. Potion of swigs, 8 out of 8, no effect. Swigs out of 8, no 17296. Yep, it's already done it. Cool, that's awesome. So let's go and add an effect to it. So when we add an effect to it, we need to get ourselves a couple of bits. And the first one is going to be a binding agent, because we need a binding agent to do that. And binding agents are made with simple catalysts. Simple catalysts are made with 2 redstone, sugar, a gunpowder, and a glowstone dust with one of these different orbs. It reaches 200 life points, and that will craft us a simple catalyst inside our alchemic chemistry sets. You can see those around the corners like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn this potion into something that's actually useful, and we're probably going to use ourselves. Let's go with some sugar, because I know sugar's an easy one. We'll get a binding agent, and we'll give this a go. Now, this is actually the first time I've ever tried this, so if this doesn't work, yay. But we'll add these together, and there is a chance of this going wrong, from what I've read. It can blow up on us, but today it didn't. No, we're good. Alright, so potion flask, done. Now let's try and make it a little bit cooler. So let's try adding a mundane power catalyst and see what happens with this guy. Now there isn't too much documentation on this, because I know that Way of Time likes to keep this stuff a little bit kind of under lock and key to make sure that you have to learn stuff yourself. So there's not too much on potions. But I know that once you've got that, you can add another sugar and you can add a power catalyst to redo that. And then that'll give us a enhanced one of our potions. So we made a speed potion. Now we have a speed 2 potion from adding the catalyst, the mundane power catalyst, and that's made with the simple catalyst, 3 glowstone and a weak binding agent. And all of these are tiered, so the mundane power catalyst can be used to make the average, and then again to make the greater power catalyst, like that. And then we have the mundane lengthening catalyst, and I guess you can probably figure out what that's going to do. If the power 1 enhances the power of it, then the lengthening is going to enhance the length of it. Now, like I said, there is a chance when you do this sort of stuff it blowing up, but I think it's more to do when you start mixing potions together, because you can actually have a potion that has more than one effect. So like you just have a regeneration potion, you can actually have a regeneration potion with speed, with something else, and it'll work just fine. And then obviously, dependent on the tier of the catalyst that you add to it, depends on the amount of the buff that you get. So our one just went from a 1 minute to a 2 minute and 40 speed 2 potion by adding a lengthening catalyst, and obviously we went to a speed 2 potion from a speed 1 by adding a mundane power catalyst. Now I know that when you add to the really strong ones of these, you can get potion effects that last up to 35 minutes plus. So you can have a 40-minute speed quadrillion potion that you can swig 8 times. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
That's awesome.
I think that's pretty... Here you go. Look, here you go. Here you go. Here's my test subject.
What?
There you go. Have a swig. Put that in your mouth.
You did this with the mana potions the other day. Just have that. Your head might fall off, but it's fine. What is it? Speed 2 catalyst.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
See, and you can drink from it 8 times. And
That's
it can be
cool.
and it can be upgraded. It's an upgradable potion.
That's cool. An upgradable potion.
Yep.
You can refill it and all that as well, did you say?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a thing.
But every time you upgrade it, there's the greater chance of it blowing up.
Ah.
So you got to be a little bit careful about the whole blowing up side of things. But there
Always
are
a downside.
Yeah, there are some binding agents, some greater binding agents, I believe they're called, that reduce the chance of things blowing up. But they're a little bit expensive, so I haven't made any of those. But yeah, so that's pretty much the basics of potions, but we'll go more into that later. We're going to make ourselves the stuff that we need to summon this guy. So we need to grab ourselves 6 of the Aether. An Aether is made with a simple catalyst, 2 feathers, a glowstone dust, and a ghast tear. So we're going to need, what was that, 12 feathers and all the other bits. So let's grab 6 of these. There we go, we're going to need 12 feathers. And we're going to need the glowstone, so... There we go, 6 glowstone and 6 of the catalysts. So let's put all of this in here. There we go. There's that. There's that. Those. And the glowstone and our master blood orb. And that should start doing its thing. And Nemsun, you around? Come have a look at these, because these look awesome.
I don't. Just doing a thing.
Doing a thing.
Oh yeah, I got it. Just putting the level 2 beacon on. Getting that set. So we'll have resistance as well as other buffs.
Oh, I was wondering why when we stood around there I got haste. Is that from the beacons?
Yep, that's it.
Ah, so the beacon effects do still work?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, even though it's part of your blood altar, it's still a beacon, technically. What am I looking at? Ooh, I like them green things on the top. What's that?
Yeah, look, watch this. I'll boot it up again one last time. Let's get those and those, because this looks really cool. So, 2 feathers, glowstone, that, and a ghast tear.
Okay.
And look at all of those things spinning around.
That's cool.
And bam.
That's awesome. Yeah, nice.
And that's how you do your alchemic chemistry and blood magic.
High five to Way of Time.
Yeah. Right, let's do this. I think we're ready. Probably, hopefully, maybe.
As we'll ever be.
Let's dial this and whoosh.
With a speed boost.
Oh, there goes the haste. Yeah. So all of these are giving off a... Oh, yeah.
Giving off a slight boost of something. Yeah.
So you could put all these on regen then, like you said?
Well, you could, but you need to make them the highest tier possible.
And that costs a bit, I'm expecting.
It costs a bit of iron, but we've got ridiculous amounts of iron right now.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at upgrading them at least a little way. So there, if you look into the beacon, there's the first tier beacon, which is speed and haste.
Yeah.
Second tier beacon, which is resistance and jump boost.
Yeah.
But the beacon itself can only have one of those.
One effect.
So we've got 4 beacons. We've got 4 powers. I could put all 4 powers on one on each beacon around this area.
Yeah.
And they would all just sit there together, which is pretty cool. So I was thinking of just doing that little bit of an upgrade. The regeneration side, I think you've got that covered with your blood magic now, haven't you?
Yeah, well, there's a big old thing underneath there doing that for us.
Yeah.
Plus, now with the potions, we can make, like, regen 1,000,000 that lasts for 40 minutes, 8 times.
Wow.
A little bit strong. A little bit strong.
Yeah, yeah. But, cool.
Right, let's put this together. So, we need that guy. We need the 6 of these placed around like this. Now, this is a tier 1 summoning altar. There are 3 tiers, and this is the first of those. And when it comes to making this, it has to be on a flat surface or on the same level. So obviously these aren't on the ground, but they're on the same level. When it comes to making the other ones, it's a lot like the blood altars where you have to have the raised areas on the sides. That comes to when you start adding the plimps and things for the other stuff. But now that we've got that, let's go ahead and put down our Aether. So we're going to place one there, one there, one there. And this goes for the same for the elemental. So this is basically air. There's a fiery one as well. That gives us a fire elemental and such. But like I said earlier, from what I've read, this guy shouldn't turn off or use the inhibit on my armor. And here we go.
That'll be lightning. That'll be lightning, Lewis. Lewis, it's lightning.
Yeah, yeah. So if you've got this right, he can't get out of this circle, right?
Don't put it on me. You're summoning him. It might be immune to witchery.
What, Dave? Little Dave?
Little Dave.
Little Dave. Let
no,
go.
Little Dave's not immune to
my
witchery,
god,
look.
he threw me in the air. Well, he can't get out.
He can't get out, so
no, he
he's
can't
working.
get out. He threw me like a mile in the air, but he can't get out.
So is he just going to slowly die now?
He's just going to sit in there and do his thing, I guess. Little Dave. Could leave him in there forever.
Little well of suffering under there, and he'd just die and make the drops.
Ooh!
Up you go.
Oh, wow, is that killing me every time? I heard a ding just then. No.
I'll just shoot him with arrows from a distance. That might work.
Yeah, let's just boot him with arrows. I'm hearing it when I fell just then twice. I've heard a ding. Is that not the? Is that my poppet getting used up?
No.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah, another ding again.
How many poppets you got?
They're underneath there. It was like a full table pretty much.
Pick that thing up. Pick that thing up. I don't know what it is, but pick it up.
This is what we need: a demon blood shard.
Demon blood shard. Ooh.
Demon blood shard, and I can take this guy back now because this is my master blood orb. So now that we've got a demon blood shard, we can make the almighty of almightiests of awesomeness of things of blood orbs. Yes, we can make the Archmage's blood orb.
I've heard of that one.
Yep. And we can only do this with a demon blood shard. Now we can use the demon blood shard for other things, so the use of the demon blood shard, there's quite a few. So we can use them for certain parts for teleposers. You can also use them to make the awakened activation crystal, which is what we need to do some of the higher tier rituals. And I believe it can be used for maybe a couple of other things. Maybe. But what we're going to do is we're going to pop it in here, and it's going to require a fairly decent amount of blood. So I'm probably just going to have to leave it in there. It's going to require 75,000 blood. And I don't even think my altar can hold that much at the minute, so we might have to just leave it in there and wait. Let's see, let me get out let's get out this guy, my divination sigil, and have a look. So I can store 58,000, so it's going to have to be in there for a minute or two, but because we've got the stuff over the top, it should be fine. So let's leave that in there, and it should be fairly fast, because all of the ones underneath these stairs that make the tier 5 are all speed runes, so it should go faster because of that. We've got that as well, so it's kind of almost keeping up, probably, maybe. I might just give it a helping hand right here. Let's do some
sacrifice,
and my health kind of regens fast. Yeah, look, I can see it going up there. Let's do some more sacrificing. The only problem with the regeneration from this healing thing underneath is the regeneration isn't actually that great. It's just regular regen.
Ah.
It's faster than the it's faster than when we did it with the witchery juice, watery juice stuff.
Well, to put regen on one of these beacons, we would need 2.5 stacks of iron blocks.
Have we not already got that?
We've possibly got that much in unprocessed ores and things.
Yeah.
And then could potentially knock it down and make some sort of visual thing on it, or put one on the top. I could put a 5th beacon on the top that's a full beacon.
A visual majigger on the top?
Yeah, so it looks cool on the top. A beacon of iron on top of your sacrificial area with a 5th beam going up to the sky.
That would look pretty funky, actually.
Or with regen on it. Boom.
Yeah. That would look pretty cool, I must admit.
Just thinking, I don't really want a big, huge slab of iron underneath each of the corners.
Yeah, it could look a little bit meh, couldn't it?
Yeah.
And we have got nowhere near enough diamonds, so...
Yeah, I'm not doing it in diamonds.
Nah. Oh, there we go. 1 Archmage's Blood Orb. Bam.
Hail to the master of blood magic.
I have it. It's my thing now.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
I've bound it to me, so that can now go sit in there and start doing blood stuff. Good times.
Now the Archmage.
And that's where it will leave. That's where it will live forever. And I don't know if I still got all the blood in my network. I got 148,453. So anything really that we do now for blood magic is going to be requiring hundreds of thousands of blood. So it's really just a case of leaving it now, because there's not really too much else that we need to do. The rest of the bits that we're going to be playing with, because I want to go through the rest of blood magic, but there's no point in doing everything, because some of it's just completely irrelevant. But we'll go through some of the main bits. So we'll go into demon summoning, into the part where we can actually control demons. So we'll be able to have them as friends, and I can name them as pets.
Oh, Fred the Demon.
Fred the Demon. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll do some more rituals, some of the higher tier rituals. And we'll probably make a bazooka, because that's fun.
A bazooka? Blood magic has bazookas.
Has a bazooka, yeah. We'll make a bazooka.
That's not the real name for it, is it?
It is actually something bazooka.
Oh, wow.
Seriously, if you have a look in... I can't remember what the name... Oh, there we go. A energy bazooka, yeah. And that requires an Archmage's Blood Orb, Energy Blaster, Diamonds, Weak Blood Shard, and 2 Crepitus. So I've actually already...
2 Crepitus.
Crepitus.
Okay.
Crepitus. I've actually got all the stuff. I just need to make the Crepitus. And that's not even that expensive, because that's just something you make in the alchemic chemistry set. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to make some insanely good potions. That's another thing that I want to do. I want to make the top tier potions. The best potion I can possibly get my little hands on.
And then go and kill a dragon.
Yes, with like regeneration 50 million, no, 9,001.
Regeneration 9,001 for the win.
Wow. Cool beans, guys. All right, well, we're going to call that an episode for today. It looks like the witchery and the blood magic combined to make the ultimate type of magic actually worked. So that's a good way of doing it. So whenever we summon any more demons now, we can just do it in here and just increase the radius and things, I guess. Is that how it works?
No, it's that little circle. That's it. That's what you get.
Well, that's fine, because they're still summoned in there anyway. The central point's where it's always going to be summoned, so it won't be able to leave that area anyway. So
yeah.
That's fine. And we can leave that going, because you said that was keeping up, didn't you? Like, that's not going to turn off.
Yeah, it requires power per second. So hopefully when we log out, log back in, or server restart or anything like that, it will carry on, but we're going to need to do something to test it every now and again before we just summon a demon and expect it to work.
Yeah.
But it's only a redstone and a piece of slime ball, so it's not exactly expensive to restart it.
No.
So easy. Just restart it before we do a ritual to summon something, and we'll be clearly sure.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. And...
Goodbye.
Bye.